Do those kicks were fast as lightning. Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We have a beer I picked up at the LCBO. Excuse me. This beer is from BC. It is the Spiced Pumpkin Ale at 5% alcohol by volume by Red Racer, by Central City. So Red Racer's Spiced Pumpkin Ale. Red Racer Pumpkin Ale is a once-a-year creation crafted with the addition of pumpkin and select spices, producing a premium ale of intense flavors and rich, creamy warmth. A great pairing with any holiday feast. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, yeast, pumpkin, spices, and let me tell you, the ingredients list, I'm amazed I could read it. I just got it at the right angle. Here, this is the ingredients list right here. It's fucking gold font on like a brown and reddish brown and mahogany brown, basically fall color camo. That is almost like I had to have it at this angle, and you could just see the gold and let the light just hit it right. There was no way I was reading that otherwise. So, guys, put your ingredients in white next time. Everything else was in white. Why couldn't you have your ingredients in white? Like, here's all your writing, then your ingredients in that stupid gold color, and then cheers in white again. And Red Racer in red. Yeah. Central City Brewing, Distillers, Surrey, BC. Okay, let's try the beer. Ready? Hopefully you can't see this Windex over here. I had to clean the table. I had a beer explode on me. It exploded. Guys, it exploded. It just went poof. Well, I gotta move those weights. I can't actually do weights with the weights behind the new review table area. You guys should see the basement right now. It's pretty much empty. I've started clearing things out for the new baby coming. I don't know what's going on. I might be moving my bedroom down here. I have no clue what's happening yet. But I've started clearing out junk. And you don't realize how much junk you accrue until you start clearing out junk. And things like, I have another set of these shelves that has 6 spots. It's a 3 level. And I'm going to turn it into a toy box upstairs, I think. But, you don't realize what you have until you start accruing it. And I have my beautiful Chad Jr. over here. Thank you, Driftwood by Dawn. Get your drift on. Get your drift on. Anyway, I don't even know what she calls herself now. I think it's just Dawn McSporin. Art by Dawn McSporin or something. I gotta figure that out. I think I might get her to do a little rhino head for the festival next year and auction it off. Okay, color. A beautiful orangey red, a beautiful amber color, off-white head. This actually reminds me of the very first pumpkin I ever had. When I poured that in my glass, I got excited just by the color. And I am excited just by the color. Perfectly filtered though, like I can see my fingers waggling all the way over here, and that's pretty close to the end of my visual acuity range, so amazing that I see that far. Scent. Okay. I said it looked like pumpkin. It got me excited, and then I smelled it. And I'm not excited anymore. It's the proper color to be that just sweet pumpkin pie beer. But it smells like it's just your average spiced pumpkin beer. I mean, it might be something different, but it just smells like your average spiced pumpkin beer. I did pour way too much of it in the glass to get it out of the glass, but it just has, out of the glass, it just kind of has that just dulled molasses, dulled molasses sweetness out of the bottle. Pretty much the same thing, to be honest. Shake it up a little bit. Get some head going in there. Get some scent released. Okay, there I get a little bit of vanilla. A little bit of vanilla and a tiny touch of like a clovey scent once I shook it up. Once I agitated it. I agitate things all the time. I'm like, agitate it. Just agitate it. Cheers, let's drink the beer. Okay. The pumpkin does its job and makes the beer a little heavier. I'd say this is medium to heavy bodied. On the high end of the medium spectrum. So medium heavy. Velvety smooth. Very easy drinking. Very minimal carbonation. The pumpkin does its job. Now, on the plus side, the pumpkin spices are muted. Most pumpkin spiced ales I have, that I get my hands on lately, are way too clove forward or way too nutmeg forward and are very drying and bitter because of that. This one, not so much. However, it's not so good either. There's nothing really to it. It's kind of like a roasted caramel, and then a tiny touch of clove on the back end, and a little bit of like cinnamon dryness. Not cinnamon flavor, just that dryness, that almost sandy dryness. So a little bit of like cinnamon dryness, a little bit of clove, the beautiful mouthfeel, and a little bit of roasted like burnt molasses. So a little bit of a roasty taste, but at the same time a sweet molasses taste. For only the second new pumpkin beer I've been able to find this year, it leaves a lot to be desired. I'm somewhat disappointed, to be 100% honest. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I expected more out of the beer. I expected to get excited about the beer. Red Racer does excite me when it hits Ontario. Red Racer beers are usually really nice, really good. And I didn't get a beer that I'm really a fan of. That being said, is it a bad beer? No, it's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer at all. But is it worth the extra money to have it shipped from BC to here? Is it worth the money it costs for a 650 milliliter bottle of this beer in Ontario? Probably not. And I mean, that's just it for me. It's probably not worth its cost. And it's probably not worth its cost solely because I can get things cheaper here in Ontario. Or if Pumpkin, which isn't available this year through the LCBO, but if it was here, it would be close to the same price as this. And to me, that's miles and above this. And then there's things like this guy, which is the only other new pumpkin beer I could find this year so far. And it is Tales from the Patch from Big Rig. And this is miles and above this, and is about half the price for pretty close to the same size. I mean, this is 473 milliliters, 650, double the price of this. So, I mean, if I was local in BC and this bomber was $5 or $6, I could see myself buying this. I mean, I could see that. Send it out to the LCBO? Not really as worthwhile anymore, to be honest. Just not. Just really not. Out of 10 on it, probably a 6. I will never buy it again, but there is nothing wrong with it. As a 5% alcohol beer, it is perfectly fine. There's no flaws in it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It just isn't to my... it isn't as tasty as I would like it. And that is perfectly and 100% honestly okay. Central City makes a lot of great beers. A lot of beers that I love. This just isn't one of them. And again, that's 100% okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir. Au bientôt. See you soon. Bye-bye. It's time to chug. Chug-a-lug-a-lug. Cheers. Here it comes. Here it comes. Wasn't that bad. Tastes fine burping, too. Everything's good. Bye, guys.